Hi, guys. Hello, people. Hi, everybody. Hello, friends. Welcome to Musical Epics with Shari. Happy New Year, guys. We made it to 2021. I personally think this is something worth celebrating because number one, we survived a pandemic. Number two, I believe we've been given another chance to make life better for ourselves and for other people. So let's make good use of it. I've missed you guys so much. It's been a minute. Well, it's been more than a minute, but I'm assuming you get what I mean. I took a break. In December, I went on a break, but I'm back and I'm so excited to be back. How was your holidays, guys? I hope you had fun and celebrated life with your friends and your families and your lovers and your boos and your bays and your acquaintances and everybody else. Well, like I said earlier, this past December, I went on a break. I missed recording and writing for you guys, but now I'm back. And that means that we are about to talk about some very, very serious issues and have fun at the same time. But before that, there are some things that I want to address. Number one, there are some changes. Yeah, it's a new year, so we're coming with some changes. So you can see that my flyer has changed. Well, it's the best that I could do, and I'm very proud of myself that I improved a bit. So my flyer has changed, my intro song has changed, and another most important thing that has changed is the fact that I do theme episodes now. So, like always, every month there is a theme that we talk about, and the songs that we are going to be discussing during the month will be centered on the theme for the month. And then I realized that it wasn't good enough for me to just give the theme, but I also had to record an episode on the theme so that we would get the context in which I am using the theme, right? So I get to explain what the theme is about and get to give context to the theme so that whenever we discuss any song, you would know the context in which we are talking about. So I hope you guys get it. So this is what this episode is about. This episode is not necessarily going to be an episode on a song, but it's an episode that's going to discuss and explain to you what the theme for January is. So, this month being the first month of 2021, the theme that I chose for this month is our debut. That is the theme for the month. And the word debut has been one of my favorite words. I think it's a fancy word. I've heard people use it sometimes, but I never got the chance to use it. So when I looked up the meaning of the word and I realized that it embodies what I wanted to talk about in this month of January, I immediately decided to use the word because then I can actually say the word and use it. So that is the reason why I decided to use the word debut. So when I looked up the word generally means a person's first appearance or performance in a certain role or capacity. January 2021 is our very first appearance in 2021. And just as a person's debut song or debut book set the tone for their entire career, I strongly believe that our performance for January would set the tone for how the entire year of 2021 is going to be. And if I'm being very truthful, that sounds like a huge responsibility and a lot of pressure, you know? And what makes it even harder and a lot more interesting is that we cannot decide what 2021 throws at us. If not for anything, 2020 taught us that lesson very, very well. We cannot decide that. But nonetheless, we still have to start 2021 right so that the trajectory of our lives would be everything that we've ever hoped for. Oh, I just used a big word. Trajectory. Yay. Okay, so now we've established the fact that 2021 is our debut month, right? Right. And we've also established the fact that how we handle this month can decide how the rest of our year would go, right? Right. And we've also established that we cannot control what 2021 throws at us, right? Right. But then we still have to start 2021 right. So, how do we start right? This is where this podcast come in. This month, we are going to be discussing songs that speak to some principles that I believe if we are able to master, the trajectory of our year would be amazing. Yes, I used the big word again, trajectory. Why? Because I like using it. And I know that if we are able to grasp these principles that we're going to be talking about in this podcast, we will be stars at the end of the year. I know all too well that none of us wants to have a crappy year. So why don't you join me together with your friends and your families as we debut the hell out of 2021? I'm ready. You ready? You ready? So, episode 1 of our debut would be out very, very soon. Watch out and stick around. Thank you all so much for sticking with me throughout this podcast journey. I'm back, and if I tell you I'm back and it's going to be bigger and better, I mean it, right? If you've listened up to this point, then it means you like me. You know you like me. You like me. I like you too, and I really, really appreciate you. So, why don't you subscribe to my podcast? Follow me on Instagram at Shari_Boadu and on Facebook at Sharon Boadu so that we can be internet buddies, right? And could you also do me a favor by sharing my podcast with your friends and your families and your booze and your baes and your acquaintances and everybody else that you know? Also, please leave a review under my podcast wherever you listen to your podcast, whether it's Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Anchor, Spotify, wherever. Please leave a review under my podcast so that I know what to do and what not to do in order to create an amazing experience for you. Thank you guys for listening. Episode 1 of our debut would be released very, very soon. Until then, be safe and I love you. Bye.